There's 100,000 streets in this city. You don't need to know the route. You give me a time and a place, I give you a 5-minute window. Anything happens in that 5 minutes and I'm yours, no matter what. Anything happens a minute either side of that, you're on your own. I don't sit in while you're running it down. I don't carry a gun. I drive. Okay, I'm gonna put this away. I'm actually scaring myself now. Yes, here we are, finally. Nicolas winning Refn's third movie that I'm gonna be talking about before Only God Forgives, which I don't know if I'm gonna see now. I'm looking. I can't find it in theaters near me today or tomorrow, and today's the 19th. It came out today. It's not out tomorrow. A little worried if I'm gonna be able to see it. It might be in theaters a couple days late or something. I don't know. Still hope I can see it. I'm here to talk about Nicolas winning Refn's best movie, in my opinion, my favorite movie of all time almost. I think it's like top 3 favorite movie of all time. Drive. Look at it. This Blu-ray, first off, is one of the best Blu-rays for a movie ever. It is the greatest picture quality I've seen on a Blu-ray, just about. I love that Blu-ray. It looks great, and so does the movie. Let's talk about it. Drive stars Ryan Gosling, Carey, Mulligan, Christina, Hendricks, Bryan, Cranston, Albert Brooks, Oscar Isaac, and Ron Pearlman. That is a really good cast. The story centers around the driver, played by Ryan Gosling, who's a stuntman by day and getaway driver by night. And he ends up meeting Carey Mulligan's character and sort of falls in love and starts hanging out with them. And kind of decides he doesn't want to really do this anymore and wants to kind of have a family and be with them and not be such a distant person that he is. But when her husband comes home from prison, he ends up in a heist situation with him, and then people come after him and he has to go all vendetta mode on them. And you get one of my favorite movies of all time. I have to keep saying I just love this movie. The jacket pretty much spells it out. I love it. I bought the jacket. It was like $200. It was worth it. And it is again directed by Nicolas winning Refn, just like the other two. Now Bronson, a little bit mixed on. Great movie with Tom Hardy, like great performance, interesting portrayal on like insanity and madness. But overall, kind of, a mixed movie. Besides Tom Hardy, the great cinematography, direction, and kind of the fun study of madness, there wasn't much to it. Valhalla Rising, I hate, okay? It's well directed, and it looks okay. It's not, like some parts I was kind of bored with all the bland grays, but sometimes it looks really good. Aside from that, hated it. I didn't like what it was going for. It was not for me. Drive, love it. Love, love, love it. Ryan Gosling gives an amazing performance as a driver. Just this guy, he has his set rules, you know. 5 minutes when you get there, 5 minutes when he leaves. He's your driver, but he doesn't carry a gun. He doesn't go in. He just sits there. He drives. He's got his rules. He doesn't break them. And he doesn't barely talk. He's a very quiet guy. He's like Clint Eastwood in the Man with No Name trilogy. That's kind of who he is. Carey Mulligan's pretty good as Irene, the character he falls in love with. And their love, the thing is, they have good chemistry. They can stare at each other all day and just kind of talk every now and again. They kind of have a love where it's like, you kind of see it, but it's not like they're just falling in love and like want to, oh, let's get married or something. It's like they like each other and you think they are falling in love, but it's almost a subtle love story, and that's what I like about it. And she was really good as that character. Not a lot to the character besides it, but she was good as it. Albert Brooks as the villain, oh my god, he's great. Great. Nemo's dad as a scary villain, I didn't see that coming, but he was great. You kind of get that he didn't want to be the bad guy, he didn't want to be this villain, but he's in a circumstance where he kind of has to, and so he's doing what he has to kind of keep himself alive. Bryan Cranston, Walter White himself. I am the one who knocks. That guy, I love Breaking Bad. I'm going to review that show soon, but he's really good in this too. He plays Ryan Gosling's boss at this garage shop that helps set up all these heists that he plans. He's really good in his role. Got Ron Perlman as this Jewish guy who wants to be an Italian gangster. He was fun. I love Ron Perlman and everything. Sons of Anarchy, come on. Breaking Bad and Sons of Anarchy. And if that's not enough, you got Mad Men's Christina Hendricks showing up for a little bit. I love her in Mad Men. A lot of great TV actors in this movie. You got Oscar Isaac. He's really good too. Ryan Gosling is though sort of the standout. Just his performance as just alienated, quiet guy, I just loved it. He was good. It really worked for me. And aside from that, the greatest part of this movie is the cinematography and direction. Nicolas Refn directed this movie so well in the cinematography. Oh my God, the movie's beautiful. One of the most beautiful looking movies I've ever seen, even more than Skyfall. And I praise that movie saying it should have got an Oscar. This one should have won an Oscar too. And every shot is just perfection. The camera just moves perfectly. Every frame, it's great. I love it. This is one of the best art movies you can watch. They should teach this in film school. Another great thing about the direction. Nicolas Refn directs an amazing movie. Not just the framing and the amazing camera shots and the cinematography that also works very well. Just the car scenes. Like the opening car chase is amazing. It's the anti-car chase. It's him avoiding cops. It's not this Fast and Furious, just drive as fast as you can, smash as much as you can. It's the opposite of that. It all filmed inside the car, basically from the driver's point of view. Amazing chase. He only uses speed when he needs to. Other than that, just very safe driving. Which, every time I go driving, I just pretend I'm him, just driving all safe. It's fun. Then you get the other chases. One is all about speed, but nothing gets smashed. It's just two cars basically chasing each other and just, try to get away and survive. But it wasn't like that typical Hollywood, or drive away super fast, smash a bunch of shit. They were going fast, but it was different than it. And the last one, basically a stalking type of chase where he's just following someone and he's setting them up so he can just mess with them. They're great chases. They're all filmed very differently. I love the work with the cars in this. It's all great. The story doesn't seem like the deepest story. It seems like, kind of a just sort of almost a revenge flick or something, but it's a lot more than that if you look into it. It's kind of a deep story if you think about it, and I really dug it. This story of just this quiet loner, the man with no name basically, that ends up kind of finding love and wants to change, and then has to protect people, and kind of reveals the inner monster he is. I like that story. I thought it was neat. Not like the most original thing you've seen it before maybe, but it's better than some crappy Fast and Furious type movie this could have been. Because, originally it was going to have Hugh Jackman, which, not saying you wouldn't have did a movie like this, but Universal was going to make it. They thought, it's the next Fast and the Furious. No, this is way better than that. This is fantastic. And the violence too, this movie has some extreme violence. Extreme. Ryan Gosling crushes a guy's head like a watermelon. I love that scene. I've referenced in some of my short films I did, if you've seen that. But the violence, some people thought, it's a nice art movie, but then suddenly this weird violence comes in. I don't like it. I thought it fit. It kind of sets up Ryan Gosling's character and just how messed up he kind of is. The violence, it worked for me. I thought it fit the movie just fine. It didn't bother me. And the soundtrack is one of the greatest things ever. It's all this 80s sounding type music. The score is really good. I just love it all. This movie's utter perfection for me. No doubt Drive gets an A+. This movie, as I said, perfect. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's one of the greatest movies ever. Some people might not like it. Some people say, it's just kind of people staring at each other. Then I guess they didn't get it. It might not be for them. I love this movie. It's fantastic. And so hopefully next I'll be reviewing Only God Forgives, but it doesn't seem like that's going to happen yet. I'm going to try find it. It's not in any theaters near me yet. I'm going to keep looking though, because if I can watch it, I'll definitely watch it so I can review it. I'm still really excited for that, but it seems like my next review might be Pacific Rim. So looking forward to that. Starring another TV actor, Charlie Hunnam from Sons of Anarchy, along with Ron Pearlman. I was very happy to talk about one of my favorite movies of all time, Drive. And so when I review Pacific Rim next, I'm excited for that too, and I'm excited to see Only God Forgives whenever that comes out. It's killing me that I can't be able to see it. I don't want this to be the next Place Beyond the Pines, where it's like, it's going to come out in March or whatever, and then I have to wait until the middle of April. That was hell. I don't want this to be the next that. Again, starring Ryan Gosling. It kills me that all his movies, they're kind of arties, so it takes them a little bit longer to come to the theaters. So if you like this review, subscribe, comment below, tell me what you thought of Drive, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.